Storm warning for the offshore waters around Hawaii because of this Hurricane Iselle, which is a Category 3 hurricane.
We're live near Hilo Harbor where the weather conditions have gone downhill fast.
These dark reds and burgundy colors indicate downpours out there. This is the area that could be at most concern. This is the area that could get up to a foot of rain. Before you head out the door this morning, don't forget to grab those umbrellas and ponchos because we have the possibility of some heavy rain and even thunderstorms in our forecast. And here's the reason why. You see this low to the south of the state. It's going to eventually move over this state, bringing in some unstable weather. 20-foot faces out there. And speaking of the sets, the best time to head out for the surf, take a look at this big one that's rolling in. It's going to be in the morning time when the winds are on the lighter side. We are live inside of the living room of a home on Paradise Drive in Hawaiian Paradise Park. I want to show you the damage here. The homeowner says that several albizia trees fell on top of the roof.
Good morning, Cam.
Hey there, Lake. You can see in the traffic cameras there how wet the roadways are. And this is a live look at the Ala Moana area. We can see how overcast and cloudy it is. Also got some downpours in that area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Doppler and see what's going on here. With those trade winds this morning, we are seeing some scattered showers move in, and some of it is making it over to leeward spots as we take a look at the Oahu Doppler. Not just on Oahu, though. Getting in some wet weather over Maui County. An isolated shower looks like it's heading towards the Hamakua coastline in the next 30 minutes or so. So make sure you have your ponchos and umbrellas if you have plans this morning along the windward side of the islands. Wind speeds, they did die off a bit yesterday and they're quite light this morning, but we are expecting those winds to pick up this afternoon. It is calm right now on Molokai, calm in Honolulu. Just 5-mile-per-hour winds in Hilo this morning. Your temperatures off to a mild start. It is 73 in Kapolei, 74 Honolulu, 75 in Lihue, and 76 in Kahului. But we are expecting another very warm day out there, expecting a high of 88 degrees today. Mostly sunny skies by the afternoon once we get past those morning trade showers and clouds. And we are looking at another round of showers moving in late this evening into the overnight hours. Good morning, Hawaii. We have a tropical storm warning up for the leeward waters of the Big Island as well as the southeast waters of the Big Island. That's because we're expecting some rough seas out there, 10 to 12-foot seas as well as winds well over 34 knots. So mariners, definitely not the day to be out in the waters near the Big Island. And the reason why, it's because of Tropical Storm Ana with sustained winds right now of 70 miles per hour, gusts as strong as 85. The storm is about 250 miles to the south of the Big Island right now. And it's moving at a fairly decent rate, moving out of the west at 14 miles per hour, so a little faster than it was yesterday. It is expected to move off to the northwest, but remain well south of our state. As we take a look at the forecast track together, it's expected to be a Category 1 hurricane by this afternoon, but it doesn't remain a Category 1 hurricane for very long. In fact, by tomorrow morning, it's expected to weaken once again to a tropical storm, remaining well south of the island chain, and it will continue to move off to the northwest, south of Kauai. It remains about 150 miles south of most of the islands, and you can see the cone of uncertainty doesn't encompass any of the main Hawaiian islands. But that doesn't necessarily mean we won't feel any of the impacts from Ana. In fact, let's head island by island together to see what we can expect in the upcoming days regarding Tropical Storm Ana. For the Big Island, you'll start to see the effects this afternoon in the form of rain and also the winds, expecting 6 to 8 inches of rain. Some of the southeastern slopes could get up to a foot. Winds expected to come in about 25 to 35 miles per hour. You can see the rainfall really heavy already by this evening. The dark oranges and reds indicate downpours. That's why a flash flood watch is in effect for the Big Island all the way through Sunday. You can see the rain continues through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Most of it, though, should clear by about late tomorrow night for the Big Island. Moving on over to Maui County, you'll start to feel the effects of Ana as early as Saturday morning. You can see right around 8:30 in the morning is the heavy rain pushing in over the east side of Maui. 2 to 4 inches of rain expected for Maui, as much as 8 inches of rain expected in some localized spots. Winds sustained at 25 to 35 miles per hour. And then Saturday afternoon is when folks on Oahu will start feeling the impacts of Tropical Storm Ana. Again, we'll see the increase in cloud cover in the upcoming days, but
by tomorrow afternoon, as we stop the cloud and rain forecast here, you can see right around the 5 o'clock evening hour, heavy rain pushing in out of the southeast, upwards of 8 inches of rain possible. Also, with the storm coming in out of the south, we could see some very strong downslope winds over leeward parts of the mountain ranges, and those localized gusts could cause some damage. Overall, though, sustained winds expected at 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusts as strong as 50. And on the Garden Isle, you'll feel the effects as early as Sunday morning. Not going to see as strong the wind gusts as the rest of the state, but still getting in quite a bit of rain. You'll see some scattered showers all the way through about Saturday night, and then Sunday morning is when you'll see the bulk of the rainfall associated with Anna. In addition to the rainfall, we'll see the surf. We're expecting 20-foot faces by this afternoon on the Big Island southeast slopes. For today, though, the rest of the shoreline's looking at 2 to 4 for the west, south, and east, 3 to 6 for the north today. But again, once that swell starts to build, we'll see that 20-foot faces reach for the rest of the state by tomorrow as we zoom in on Tropical Storm Anna.
Don't forget the ponchos and umbrellas before you head out the door today, because we could see some heavy rain and even thunderstorms possible in our forecast. The reason why we have this upper level low to the south of the state that's going to move over the islands, and that's going to generate some very unstable air. On top of the rainfall today, we could be seeing some haze. That's because we have this cold front moving in from the north. That's going to cause our winds to shift more out of the east southeasterly direction today, bringing in some of that fog. As we take a close look at the satellite this morning, you can see the counterclockwise motion here, all associated with that upper level low. You can see some thunderstorms associated with that. So again, we could be looking at some heavy rain possible for forecasts today. So make sure you have the umbrellas ready. Let's head island by island together, see what you can expect on this start of your work week. Looking at highs mainly in the upper 80s today, thanks to the cloud cover associated with that low. The temperature is going to be slightly cooler today, but it's going to feel very humid out there still. Again, with the southeasterly winds bringing in some humid conditions and muggy conditions this way. On top of that, also some fog. 90 will be the high, Kahului 85 the high at Lunda East City. As we move on to the Big Island there, 85 the high in Hilo. Very cloudy start already for Hilo folks. 86 the high expected today for Kailua Kona folks. As we take a look at the extended weather forecast, pretty strange weather for this week, I got to tell you. Got some changes there. So the chances for heavy rain all the way through Tuesday, and then that's when we're expecting the fog to clear out as well. So by Wednesday, we should be clearing out that haze. That's because we have light easterly winds pushing into our forecast. And speaking of light, the winds will remain light for the rest of the work week. So it's going to feel humid today, and it looks like that humid conditions will continue for the rest of the work week as well.